In today's video, I'm highlighting the town of Riverview. Hi there, my name is Marc Gallant and I'm a realtor in the Greater Moncton area. I specialize in representing buyers and sellers in residential sales and income properties. I make videos with a goal of helping buyers and sellers in our region with all sorts of real estate topics. So, why Riverview? Well, I find it sometimes flies a little under the radar, but if you're looking at making a move to our region, depending on the lifestyle you're looking for, you may just want to consider it because it has lots to offer. Riverview is part of the Greater Moncton area, along with the cities of Moncton and Dieppe. It sits on the south side of the Petitcoyac River, across from the city of Moncton. At around 20,000 people, it's actually more populated than some other cities in New Brunswick, but they prefer to keep the designation of town because of its more tight-knit community feel. And that right there kind of sums up what Riverview is all about. When I think of Riverview, I think of a community that's focused on keeping it local and families and enjoying the outdoors. So if we first look at the family focus and talk about schools, there are 6 all within the town limits. They're all part of the Anglophone East School District, but several of them do offer French immersion programs as well. According to the 2021 census, a little over 90% of Riverview residents claim English as their first language, so that would explain the lack of French schools. But don't worry, Francophone students are bused across the river to attend school on the Moncton side. So you've got 3 K-5 schools, Claude D. Taylor, Frank L. Bowser, and West Riverview, a K-8 school, Riverview East, a middle school, Riverview Middle School, and a high school, Riverview High School. Inside the high school, you can also find the Riverview Arts Center, where they hold concerts, shows, dance recitals, and other auditorium type shows. And still in the same building is the Pat Crossman Aquatic Center. If you're looking to keep the kids active, the indoor skate park and youth center might be a spot they enjoy. Or if being on the ice is more up their alley, the Byron Dobson Arena has 2 ice surfaces for organized league play, pickup hockey, figure skating, and public skating. Speaking of being active, Riverview is full of parks. You can find them in just about every neighborhood. Some of the ones that stand out for me are the Rebecca Schofield All-World Superplay Park. This is an amazing park for kids, and it's named in memory of an even more amazing young lady who inspired this massive movement around being kind to each other. You really should look her up. The second is Riverfront Park. It's a stretch of trail and park area running along, as you've probably guessed, the riverfront. People use it for walking, running, and cycling. There are lots of spots to stop along the way and relax. There's a playground area and even a covered bridge. I'd say the highlight for most though is starting in late November each year, the town lights up all the trees along the trail. It's become super popular over the last few years. When you get one of those nice winter evenings, hopefully with a nice snowfall, it's absolutely beautiful and a great family outing. Also in winter, the Winter Wonderland Park is a must. It's a man-made hill for sledding and it's tons of fun for kids, and kids at heart. And last but certainly not least, because it may just be my personal favorite, is Mill Creek Nature Park. If you enjoy getting out in nature, you will absolutely want to spend some time here. The park is over 300 acres and has lots and lots of trails, a lake, a dam, a fire pit area, and I'm sure lots of other things that I'm just not remembering right now. And since we're talking about nature and trails, have you ever heard of the Dobson Trail? It's a stretch of trail just under 60 kilometers that runs from Riverview all the way to Fundy National Park. I myself have only done small bits of it, but I imagine the sights and views are spectacular crossing through Albert County. And just a few minutes from one of the many entrances to the Dobson Trail, up on the hill is Moncton Golf and Country Club. Now this golf course has been around for as long as I can remember, so I had to go look up just to see how old it was. And even though it's moved around a couple times over the years, it's actually over 100 years old. It has everything you'd expect: an 18-hole course, a driving range, a practice green, a clubhouse with full restaurant, and even an events venue. At the bottom of the hill is Coverdale Road and what you'd call the main drag, which runs along the river. If you head south, you'll be headed towards Fundy National Park by way of the village of Hillsborough and Alma. In the other direction, you will eventually reach Route 112, which will take you to Salisbury and eventually points west like St. John and Fredericton. There are two bridges that cross the Petitcodiac River, and between the two, along the riverfront trail, is the Chocolate River Station. It's an old fire station that was completely gutted and renovated a few years ago and now houses local vendors. And behind the building is a big patio, and the Holy Whale Brewery out of Alma has set up shop there. It's a great spot to check out, especially on a nice sunny summer afternoon. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy a cold one from a local brewery. If you like eating out, there are plenty of restaurants to check out. Our family's favorite is Kwong's. If you like Chinese food, I highly recommend it. If you prefer home-style cooking, the Homestead is a very popular one. Or if you like diners, Steve's is also a great spot. If bars and grills are more up your alley, two Riverview staples that come to mind are Five Bridges Bar and Grill and the Fox and Hound Neighborhood Pub. And those are just a few examples, but there are lots more. And the good thing about all of these is every one of them is locally owned. Now, as far as neighborhoods and types of homes go, you'll find all different types: condos, townhouses, apartment buildings, semi-detached homes, and detached homes. I'd say though that single-family detached homes make up the majority. In the Gunningsville area, which is more or less central, you'll find lots of older homes. On the west side, you'll find lots of homes from the 70s and 80s, and also some newer homes in specific areas. While on the east side, you'll find your usual 30, 40-year-old homes, but this is where most of the new construction is happening. You'll often notice that prices tend to be slightly lower than in Moncton or Dieppe. The property tax rate is a bit lower, and I've noticed that lots tend to be a little bigger in Riverview as well. So that's a little bit about Riverview. I hope you get some use out of this video. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.